You ever wondered why common sense is called common and sense? It's got something to do with it being very common, standard, and your five senses. Good afternoon, welcome back, ladies, gents and Pikachus. Today we're going to be talking about selling things. It's important, even if you're not a salesman, it's important because what I've realised is people don't understand when they're talking, they've already actually, by the point they start speaking to another person, they've already sold 50% of them to the other person, and that person has bought that 50%, which is why they are now talking to me. If they didn't buy it, they wouldn't have talked to me, they would have gone off somewhere else. So I thought, I remember when I was young, I was a pretty damn good salesman. That's how I have all the money that I have. So I'm going to tell you what makes something good when you're trying to sell it, whether it be a politic, yourself, your hair colour, whatever. First thing you need to know is things like this will put people off, right? I'm a smoker, I smoke while they're making my videos. And 50% of the country think, well, he's an idiot, he smokes, smoking's bad, right? So the first thing you need to do is get rid of the non-standard, unhealthy thing. So now, when I make a video, people won't have the opportunity to ignore what I'm saying and go, oh, he's a smoker. Get rid of things like this, yeah? My eyes look tired and I'm malnourished because I have medical issues, but it doesn't matter. Get rid of those, get rid of this. This is me, it's honest, right? It's not a fashion show. This is the way you should sell things to people. You have neat hair or no hair if you're me. Neat face, I'd probably have a bit more of a shave because it looks better. Do that, you know, because I've got a slogan there, so notice my clothes are clean. So it's easy to sell things like this because when you're talking to someone, they're going to be distracted, right? If I had a stain of ketchup on me, they'd be looking at that the whole time while I'm talking and they'd be ignoring what I'm saying. And it's the same with bright coloured hair or big discs in your ears or something like that. If I own a shop and I'm looking for someone to employ, I'm going to pay them to make the most amount of sales, and I have a choice of people. The people I'm going to choose for that job are going to be the people who have standard looking hair and bodies and clothing, right? Who are neutral. It's not because I'm discriminating against all these oddities of life. I'm not discriminating against red hair, purple hair, yellow hair. No. The customer is going to discriminate against those things. That's why I don't want them. My personal views don't come into it. I'm thinking about the customers. In fact, I've had so many job interviews in my life. One of the most common things that an interviewer will say to you to weed out this discriminatory mindset, they will pull out a normal thing like a pen and they'll go, sell me this pen, right? And you have to sell them a pen, and it is kind of ridiculous because you think you've got a pen already. You've already bought a pen. You know why you will be buying a pen. I don't need to sell the pen to you. But the reason they say it is this: when I'm selling them the pen, I'm not selling them the pen, I'm selling them myself. They've already got a pen. They don't need a pen. So if I can make them buy another one that they don't need, purely based on the fact that they like me and the way that I'm talking to them, that's a person I will employ. Especially in a retail sales environment or a commercial sales environment, because people buy from other people. That's how ridiculous politics are spread in the first place. The politic on its own, if you just sent a bullet list, it's like Christianity. If I sent a bullet list of Christianity's demands, needs and wants in the post to someone, probably not going to be that interested in it. It's very bland and it's not that cool. But if I was to go and speak to them, they might think, well, this guy's cool. Or they might think this guy's an idiot. But enough of them will think this guy's cool to take on reading the bullet points. You see where I'm going? So when you're selling someone a pen in an interview, they're not actually buying the pen. They're buying into you as a person. And then it starts a friendly relationship with them, or a client relationship if it's work. And that relationship is the basis of our entire civilization. Family, friends, and business associates, the same. We like people who like us. And when we like people who like us, we are happy and we give them better service or chat or friendship or whatever it is. So when I'm selling this pen, I wouldn't start by saying it clicks on and off and it writes things and you can make your point on paper with this, because they already know all that stuff. In fact, by the point I'm describing the pen to them, they've probably already bought it because they're listening to me talk about something they already know and they already own. So what that means is I am giving them more time, I'm giving them a chance in their own time to understand me and my point of view. And then at the end of it I go, do you want to buy this? And they go, yeah, and they buy it. Not because they need another pen, because they're making a point to me that they agree with me and they appreciate the fact that I was thinking about them the whole time. I didn't scare them off with any stupid, you know, I didn't have like horns coming out my head or something like that. So it's self-respect, and it is respecting other people to do that, which I think is common sense. So yeah, I think I'm going to do a series today and tomorrow about normies against woke, common sense, why these things are acceptable and why we are fighting the removal of that acceptance. These things have to remain standard. They have to remain standard in our society. Otherwise, we're just, what are we? We're just animals if we don't have that. And the proof is in my comment section. Look at the people who leave the horrible, nasty comments. Then just look at their picture, click on it, look at the rest of their content. The people who leave the horrible, nasty comments, these are your activists, your campaigners. Their entire life is nothing to do with them. They don't care about their own self, they've got no self-respect, and they've got nothing else to do in their lives. Like I'm doing now. This is them. This is their entire life. Imagine if my entire life was just this, and I didn't have any of this stuff, and I didn't have any interests. I had nothing else in my life. All I was against was woke politics. I'd end up with purple hair, wouldn't I? Because I'd be trying to draw attention to people so that I could say normies against woke, blah, blah, blah. That's why they have it, okay? So, in conclusion, common sense dictates that you should look standard to begin with, okay? And then you can add ornaments and bells and whistles over the top of it, and that's fine. Express yourself. Expression is always a good thing if it's done respectfully. And that's the end of this video. Respectful, common sense styles of clothing and dress and hair. I'm not saying they're better at all. I'm saying they're the standard, basic, level 1 that everybody should start with. And then once you've got that right, you can start adding little things. Like I added this on. I didn't start with this, I started with normal clothes. And at the end of it, this comes off and there's normal clothes underneath. So, I hope you enjoyed that. You'll be seeing a lot more of these videos today about common sense, and I'll see you then. Bye. Yeah, I think people forget that when they're getting ready in the morning. When you wear lots and lots of bright colours, you are trying to get people's attention. So the least you can do is respect them when you've gained that attention. Otherwise, they will just ignore you in future. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. See you next time. Bye.